Okay, we are set up in the milling machine. The dividing head. And I'm going to cut the flat for the throttle butterfly. Then I'm going to reverse the work and cut the little flat for the that I need for the what do I call it? The rod plate thing that actuates the throttle butterfly. So we'll bring you in here. I got a 1/4 inch mill in there. On my DRO here. Zero things out. Okay. Now I'm going to bring it up till we just touch. And then I'm going to start my way across. I'm actually going to have to move you guys a little bit because it's in the way of the hand wheel. So give me a moment. You guys recentered. Alright. Now I can move my hand wheel. And we're just going to bring it up till it just touches. We are just starting to bite in right there. Okay. Back it off a little bit. Dial in a bit of a cut. And work our way across. I'm using a small mill. Because I don't want to put too much cutting pressure on such a thin piece. And I am wearing safety glasses. Okay, we're at 0.156. So 56. $46. 36. $0.125, right on the money. Couldn't have done better if I tried. Okay, now you have to reverse the setup and get the very end of this that's got the smaller diameter. Oh, you're going all fuzzy here. What's going on here? We've got to get the other end of this. We've got to reverse it and put two flats on it in line with this flat for the throttle plate. Yeah, not quite the correct term. The throttle actuator, the throttle butterfly actuator, we'll call it. But let me get this thing turned around and set up, and I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, now we got the work reversed, the flats lined up. We need to make a cut here that is 62 in, 0.062 in, and 0.031 down. So we're going to make the first pass here. And now what I'm going to do is use the dividing head to roll it 180 degrees to get the flat on the other side. And I'm going to approach by doing a cut on one side, a cut on the other, so I make sure to get it straight, and I make sure that that choke lever fits nice and tight on the top. So I'll unlock my dividing head, and I will turn it 180 degrees. and then I will relock it. Make sure I messed that up. That looks better. Now, I'm going to grab my little actuating lever, throttle plate lever, and try it on. As soon as I remember where I set the damn thing. Okay, got the lever here, and it needs to go a bit more. So, we'll dial in a few more thousandths, take another pair of cuts, and try again. Okay. Get a measurement across here. .173. It's got to be .154. So we need to have double check my cut. Okay, so we need at least 10 thou. Let's try an 8 cut. My dividing head's kind of sticky sometimes. I don't like to retract the stop. Okay. We gotta do something about that. That's too annoying. That way, okay. Push it in so far. And 0. Cut. Try. Perfect. You'll stick right there. Okay, this is another part of the project here. I actually have to drill the hole in the carburetor larger to accept the new shaft. I've got the carburetor set up in the milling vise here on a pair of parallels. I used a wiggler to find center and center on my hole here. So now I'm going to make my drill. I got a piece of tape on the drill to keep me from going too far. This is where it could work or not work. I'm not taking off much material. I actually have to go a little deeper than that. To do so, give myself a little more travel. There's as far as I want to go. Now, we will try the new shaft for fit. See how she works. Let me go grab it here. Okay. We're going to have to go a little bit bigger with our hole. Try again. Okay, back at the bench here for the moment. I had to leave and had somebody stop by, so had to quit for a moment. But back here, and we had just finished drilling the hole for the new shaft. And actually this is the shaft right here that we made. And since I did not have a reamer to exactly size the hole to the shaft, I actually took the shaft and put it back in the lathe and just turned it down a little bit to exactly match this hole. And as you can see, we did a pretty good job. Very little play in it, but it still moves real free. Bring it up where you can see it here. But it moves really free. There's almost no play in it. And as you can see, we got the orientation correct for the throttle plate. I'm moving the wrong way there. So what we have to do now is drill and tap 3 440 holes. 2 for the throttle plate and 1 to hold the throttle arm on. So once we do that, a little bit of Loctite, put the throttle plate in, and this project will be done. So let's get to it. Okay, we're set back up in the mill here. I got both the holes center punched, and we're going to drill.